Hi there, this is Joe from SquareXO, and this is episode 11, and Dan's here.
Hi there, guys.
Took him a while to say hello. Don't know, he must
Did
be...
it?
Yeah. Well,
I must be...
a slight delay.
It's because I'm in Cambodia this week.
Cambodia. Don't know what that is.
I don't know either.
You've got your PlayStation with you, that's all that matters. I presume it's in Africa somewhere. Anyway, he's talking nonsense, he's not in Cambodia. Because he went out for a run, so unless he was getting chased by lions, then...
Made me run fast.
Speaking of lions, my cats, I reckon cats is clever and dogs, right? Because my cat knows he's not allowed to lie on my bed. His name's Bruticus King of Fleas. I have to tell you that name, because... even though he's got his flea collar on, he's got his thing with bringing in fleas in the old house we used to live in. But this new flea collar stops him getting fleas. But I still don't really like him on my bed, so, and he knows it as well. So I came up to the room there to record the podcast, and as soon as he saw me, he ran out the room.
He knew he was doing something wrong. Does he have a little flute? Is he like the Pied Piper of fleas?
Nah, I don't know how he does it. I don't know. But it's so cheeky. As soon as he saw me, whew, out the door. But anyway, that's got nothing to do with PlayStation, but I just thought I'd mention it because it annoyed me. Cheeky cat. Anyway, right, before we start talking about dogs or something else, don't forget you can follow us on twitter.com and twitter.com SquareX. I forgot again, haven't I? On twitter.com _XO. That's because I'm getting it muddled up with my user ID, which has an underscore at the front, you see. _water. That's what I'm getting muddled up with. Okay, don't forget also youtube.com/JohnsonWater, squarexo.co.uk, and don't forget to leave us a nice review on iTunes. And you can follow us on Podbean too if you like. And we're on twitch.com.
We've not been on Twitch for a while, though. I say we. You've not been on Twitch for a while.
Twitch.tv/SquareXO. That's what it is. Well, I completely messed that up this week. Last week it was perfect. This week I've went backwards and just got it all completely wrong. But never mind, because I'll get it right next week. So, you know it all anyway. So there we go. Yeah, I've not been on Twitch for a while, but I've not really had any games I've wanted to stream. I might do some streaming of For Honor or Sniper Elite, because I like those two games. Last time I streamed was a while ago, true, but I've not really had time. That's the thing. I've been quite busy recently, so when I get a minute and nobody's bothering me, and I'll do some streaming, because I do like streaming. It's quite good fun, and there was quite good response last time. People comment and stuff, so it's always nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've had another nice review on iTunes.
Ooh, we're up to 3 now, are we?
Yeah, we are. One a week now. We're going good. It's a really long one.
That's exciting.
As well. I haven't read it, so I don't want to read it out loud, but thank you very much, Chuck Avocado.
I'm going to read that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Speaking of iTunes, one of my friends released his new game, World... Oh, God, I forgot the name of it now. Oh, what's it called? Oh, no. My brain's so rubbish.
Oh, some friend you are.
I just thought I'd mention it because I don't really normally bother with games, but I downloaded it since it's someone I knew who'd done it. Tiny Striker World Football, it's called. That's right.
All right.
It's a free-to-play game, and it's already number 3 in the free-to-play charts on iTunes.
That's good. That's awesome. Is it on Android, though?
I'm not sure. I know it's an iPhone because I've got iPhone, iPad, I don't have an Android, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I've got Android. I'll check that out.
It's already number 3, but it's actually really good. You just kind of start off. It's a bit like when you start off at a small club and work your way through, but basically you just use your finger to sort of bend the ball around the wall and stuff.
Yeah.
The wall of players, and then eventually later on the wind comes in and makes it really hard to bend the ball, and you get sponsors and all that. No, it's actually quite good, so I thought I'd mention it because I thought it would be nice to mention it.
Yeah, sounds awesome.
Because to be honest, often I play games on iTunes and stuff, and I don't really like any of them. And games got this one that's just got that little addictive edge to it that I quite like, because it's football. Probably that's probably why it resonates with me. But
yeah,
Otherwise, I'm not a big gamer on mobile devices, to be honest.
No,
I
I'm
don't
not at
really
all.
bother normally. But so there we go. Anyway, I wanted to talk about gaming news, and probably I've wrote it all down because we were going to record the podcast yesterday. But today's biggest news is probably the fact that the Horizon Zero Dawn reviews are out now.
Yeah, you say probably. I think it is, isn't it?
And
That
at
is
the
big
time of recording my video earlier, my news video, it was at a Metacritic of 89, I believe, and OpenCritic was about the same. So yeah, it's just averaging under 90. So that's
not bad, is it?
That's pretty good. I mean, I've not read any reviews because I'm not really interested in reviews. I like looking at the scores just because that's quite exciting. But I'm not really bored.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it, so I haven't read anything.
I'm not bored, but that's exactly why I don't do it, because I'd rather not spoil it because I'm excited about it. So I don't like. I did try and get us a review copy so we could do a review sooner than after launch, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Yeah, 68 reviews and it's at 88 average now, so
not too shabby, is it, for a new IP? That's a lot higher than I expected, and what I've been saying I thought it was going to be. So
quite
very
interestingly,
promising.
actually, it's got a few 10 out of 10s. Giant Bomb and gave it a 10 out of 10. Even that Jimquisition guy who normally just slates everything gave it 95. So
yeah, it's pretty good, isn't it?
US Gamer didn't like it, near did Eurogamer. It's funny how the two sites who are actually owned, because US Gamer is owned by Eurogamer and both of them didn't really like it. It's funny that, isn't it?
What was their criticisms of it?
Well, US Gamer says Horizon Zero Dawn is disappointing. It is a story that I struggled to care about, a bland protagonist and repetitive and constraining missions that worked against its open world. That's what they said. But
right.
If you look at something, we may as well balance that out with the Giant Bomb review, which is 100. It says Horizon Zero Dawn is familiar but also refreshing. It's not a short game. I spent around 30 hours with it, he says, but the storytelling feels concise and efficient. The combat has some nice options to make encounters fun, even when you're just stacking up stealth kills from the relative safety of a bush. And the presentation end of the game holds up its end of things with a solid soundtrack, great voice acting, and a cohesive design that makes all the parts fit together. All in all, great games. Guerrilla's strongest release to date. So there we go. That's quite positive.
Yeah.
There is a little bit. The story's perhaps a little weaker than some would like by the signs of things, even in the positive reviews, but that's what they're saying. Who cares?
Yeah.
It's one person's opinion in it, reviews, and most of them are very, very good. So by the signs of things, it's a pretty top game.
It's above average. So that's good. Good enough for me. And
looking at, someone was just pointing out to me, because I pointed out to someone on Amazon and UK and Amazon.com, it's the top of the best sellers. And someone else pointed all the other Amazons, maybe like Germany, France, and all that, and it's top of all of them, which is quite interesting considering Zelda's coming out as well.
I think today would have helped though, wouldn't it? With the embargo going up, there'd be a lot of people talking about it today.
Yeah.
So is that today's chart, or is that kind of this week's or this month's?
Oh no, it's what I had a look the other day, and it was above Zelda as well. So. It's interesting.
Well, a much bigger install base, isn't there? Let's be honest. How many PS4s have sold? Tons.
Exactly. A lot of people saying Zelda's going to sell loads, but let's face it, it's only going to be Switch, and Switch is only getting 2 million units in the month. So that probably means there's not going to be 2 million to begin with, and then you've got Wii U, and who's actually got a Wii U? 10 million. 12 million people, and not all of them are probably going to buy Zelda because half of them probably sold their Wii U for a decent console.
No, I think Horizon will outsell Zelda, no doubt. Yeah. I think Zelda will massively outscore it on Metacritic.
Yeah, no doubt, because it's Zelda, and it.
Yeah,
some games you can just tell is going to score amazing before they even begin.
Yeah,
and that's one of them. That Uncharted, sort of the big games, GTA, and that. Anyway, okay, the charts was today. For Honor was top. Our review's live now. I worked my ass off to get a review live, and I've done a review for Sniper Elite 4 as well. So the two games that came out last week we've reviewed. Yes.
Awesome, that's good. I'm surprised that it managed to get to number 1 for Honor. It was a bit of a
Well,
surprise.
it's a little bit hyped. It's alright though, it's quite a good game. It surprised me. I'm still, like I said in my review, I'm a bit annoyed about all this online only business. And the story's crap. I think that's the best word to describe it. The story just feels like it's building you into the multiplayer, like a tutorial almost.
Right.
Building you up to learn how to fight in the multiplayer. So it's throwaway. It's not that great at all. But the multiplayer makes up for it because it's pretty brilliant. As long as you're good at it, you just need to practice because it's quite hard. People seem to use the same moves all the time, and it's quite tough. But
so what kind of game is it then? Sorry, I don't know enough about it. I don't know.
It's like a COD with guns, with swords. Really, that's kind of what it's like. It's kind of got. It's actually really good though. You can have game modes where you can do 1 versus 1, 2 versus 2, 4 versus 4. But there's also modes where you have to take control of the battlefield and stuff. And and you just run up and whack each other with swords, and you get rewards, and you can find new equipment to make your character stronger and all that. You level up. It's good. It's actually something a bit different rather than just shooting all the time. You can just whack each other instead.
And is it third person?
Yeah.
Okay. So
there we go. And Sniper Elite 4 was number 2, which I'm pleased because that's a good game. It's really good. Surprised me. I really like it. So I'm pleased it's done quite well.
Clue in the title in that one. First person shooter where you're a sniper.
Yeah, and it's is it first person? God, this is. I presume it is. I don't know if it is. I think it is when you're sniping, but I'm not sure if it is when you're running around.
Right. Okay. Obviously resonated so much with you that you've forgotten about it already.
No, just my brain's not, and I can't remember. To be honest.
It's all the hype for Horizon getting to you.
That's quite annoying now. I've took a video of it.
Yeah.
See, it shows you, it's because I try and remember everything. Can't remember everything, man. Especially when I'm tired. Just blame tiredness.
Yeah, it's
I'm
always
going to
easy.
look at my video now. Shut up. Stop talking. See, it is third person. I knew it. It's third person. It's first when you're sniping, obviously, but it's third person. I knew it was. That's what you just confused me when you said, "Oh, it's first person." I'm thinking, no, I think it is. So yeah, I knew it's third person.
Looking at the screenshots, it reminds me a bit of. Well, it looks like it reminds me a bit of Hidden and Dangerous. Did you ever play that game?
Nah, I don't.
Well old now. Looks a bit like that. Yeah.
Nah. Okay, so what else I got here? Crash Bandicoot's been dated. That's June 30, I think that was. So that's good. That's exciting. That's high on the Amazon bestsellers list. That was number 1 at one point, actually. So I think people's excited for Crash.
Wow. I got some box art for that today for some work I'm doing in it. I put it on Twitter because it didn't have the only on PlayStation graphic on it, which made me wonder what's going on. But I don't know. The general consensus seems to be that it's a placeholder box art, but I don't know. I wouldn't.
It's only on PlayStation for now, at least. It's not coming out in any other platform for now.
Well, I don't know what other platform it would come out on.
No.
Like Crash Bandicoot's always been PlayStation, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, that would be odd if it made the jump to Switch or to Xbox One. But it is Activision, and we know Activision like money, so.
Yeah, well, if it does, it does. I'm not fussed. I think it's mostly PlayStation fans who want it. I would think that's the ones who's getting hyped for it. So that's where it's going to. That's where it's going to sort of. What's the word?
Do the business, I suppose. Is it bad that I've never owned a Crash Bandicoot game? Never really played one.
Yeah,
the most I've played one was in Uncharted 4 for the damn trophy to get to the end of the level without dying.
Oh no, like you need to play it. It's good. Well, it was good. What it'll be like now, who knows?
Yeah, I'll definitely give it a go now it's back out.
The gameplay might feel a bit archaic now, might it?
Yeah.
But we'll see. I think it'll be good. It's the return of the platformer in it. You've got Ukulele coming out, you've got Crash come back, and you've got that Snake Pass as well. It feels like the platformer's kind of coming back, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So that's quite interesting. Anyway, right, more news. Dragon's Dogma re-registered. So that game that was announced about 3 years ago is exclusive for PlayStation by Capcom.
Yeah, I remember, yeah.
And it's been re-registered, the trademark, but what does that mean? That doesn't mean anything. That just means they're keeping the name just in case they ever decide to release it. Or speaking of Snake Pass, that's coming out in March, the end of March.
Another March game.
PlayStation
Joy.
4. That's coming to Wii Switch as well, so that's interesting. Resogun got patched for PS4K. PS4
that's
and
good.
4K. So if you want your eyes to bleed even more, then you should probably try that out. Sony decided to... I'm giving you all the PlayStation news first. That's how organised I am. Sony decided to dump PlayStation Now everywhere, but on PlayStation 4 and PC it stays, but on Vita, on PS3, on Bravia TVs and Blu-ray players, Samsung TVs, it's no more. So PlayStation Now is remaining on PS4 and PC. Someone said to me that's probably because they're planning to bring PS4 games to it. That would be an interesting move.
Yeah.
Because they could start bringing the older PS4 games to it now. I don't understand why they've not brought the PS1, PS2 games to it. They haven't.
What's on it then? I've never used it. Is it just PS3?
PS3 games? I think. For what I remember, I mean, I've not used it for a long time, but if they brought, but I don't think they would bring PS4 games to PC via Now.
No. I wonder if it's just the fact that the take up of PS Now on TVs and on PC or on Mac or whatever it's been canned on was just so poor that there's no point in looking after it and making sure it works.
I think what they said is it's just too many platforms, so they want to concentrate on just the two to make it a better service. It's really good though. I mean, MD who's used it will agree that it actually works and it's really good. It's really fast and you just play the games instantly. I mean, it's good. I like it. It is only PS3 games that's on it, so I think if they could bring their whole catalogue to it, PS1, 2, 3, and PS4 as well, imagine that. Imagine you paid, say you got £60 a year or whatever for PlayStation Plus and it included PlayStation Now. Imagine that. Imagine just be able to stream any game you want from any PlayStation era.
That almost lends itself towards what possibly PS5 could be, doesn't it?
That would be
just
pretty awesome.
Streaming
and
box.
Then if you wanted to play a brand new game, you could maybe pay an extra £4 to rent it for the night or whatever.
£4.
Whatever.
It's going to be like 20 quid. But
maybe they would do 4 for a night, a bit like a movie would be, and then if you wanted it longer, you'd pay more, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But I can see that happening because it does work well. But imagine that.
Yeah, I think that's the future, isn't it? A Netflix-style gaming system. I don't think it's a future that a lot of people will want, but I think that's where we're going.
That's what PlayStation Now basically is. So if they can get the pricing right and get it to appeal to people, I think it's going to head that way, and it's quite good. So I don't see the problem with it. It's not got the quality though. That's the only problem. If you want a quick game of a game from the past and you don't own it, great, that's what it's brilliant for. But if you want to play, say, Horizon Zero Dawn, you're not getting the same wow factor as you do if you download it or put a disc in.
Yeah.
Because of the bandwidth, it just doesn't work quite the same. You do lose a bit of quality. Not a lot, but you do lose some. So
yeah, we definitely don't have the internet infrastructure over here as yet to kind of cope with that, do we?
So maybe in the future they can improve that and it'll be really good. Okay, what else? I mentioned Snake Pass. Did you see the PlayStation Portable? What do you call it? The PlayStation Portable trademark thing?
No.
What do you call it? pendant.
Patent.
Patent. That's what I was going. I couldn't think of the word for some reason. It just got
No,
out
I've
of my
not
head.
seen any of this.
I'm
excited though.
Basically, 2015 they'd submitted it, and it's only just came to light now. But I think it's kind of been. Someone said something, but since 2013 or something. I can't remember. I never read the story. I just looked at the picture of it. But basically, what it looked like was a Switch with 2 half DualShocks attached to it.
Right. That sounds odd, but viable, I suppose.
Yeah, it looked like a Switch, and it had 2 controllers attached to it, but it looked like 2 halves of a DualShock. That's what it looked like. That's the best way to describe it if you're going to describe it to someone. So that was quite interesting.
Doesn't sound pocket friendly, but
no, I think it's probably the same size as a sort of tablet, like a Switch. It kind of looks just like a Switch, which is interesting.
I'd imagine being able to take both sides of the DualShock 4 off and put them together to make an actual DualShock 4. So.
Yeah, possibly.
Original.
Yeah, but well, not a DualShock 4, but like a DualShock, and never the sort of touchpad in the middle or anything, if you know what I mean. But maybe that's something they would do. What Nintendo didn't give you something to plug them into, and then you'd have the touchpad in the middle or something. Then who knows? Yeah, that's probably how it would work. It would be like the Nintendo one where you plug them in, and then you'd have a touchpad in the middle. Because obviously the main screen would be kind of like the touchpad, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So what are we thinking then, that there is another Sony handheld kind of secretly coming?
They've got that patent, so obviously they've been thinking about it, but whether it comes or not, who knows? I mean, it probably won't.
I'd love that.
I can't see it. I think they've got their hands a bit full with PlayStation 4, PS4 Pro and PlayStation VR at the moment. I think putting another thing out there would be stretching themselves very big, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think they can stretch themselves that far with 3 different devices. But who knows?
They're a big company.
Exactly. We'll see. But it's just all their first parties are working on PlayStation 4 games. They're not even really supporting the PlayStation VR as far as we can tell, are they? So
I don't think they are.
Chance with a handheld stand if they can't even support the VR that they've just released?
They love doing this though, don't they? They love releasing stuff and then not following through.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair to VR, it's kind of... It did get a lot of games at launch, and it still get that far point to come as well, but looking further ahead, you don't really see any VR games coming out at all, do you? It feels like it's almost just been killed now.
When's E3? That's not till June, is it? So that
it's very odd, but maybe it's just VR's out. They've got it in the hands of some people, and they're going to bring support. I think the time we'll see support is at E3, but at the moment it doesn't feel like it's getting much love. But maybe they do have plans for it.
Yeah, you'd think they've got some. But
maybe they're just thinking, oh well, Resident Evil's come out and Dirt got a VR bit, didn't it? So maybe they're just thinking, well, there's some games supporting it for now, so that'll keep people happy, and plus we released all these games, so people should be happy, but people aren't happy. People just want games. One after the other, don't
know who these people are that have time to play them all. But if I do a quick search for PSVR on Amazon, nothing is new. Like, everything's either out or not VR based. It's crazy. They must have something up their sleeves. As long as it's not like Uncharted 5 or something that then we can't play because we don't have a VR.
No, I doubt they would do that. I'm sure there's something going to happen with that, so we'll see. Maybe more games will get VR modes, who knows. Anyway, what else have I got here? What else? That's how PlayStation news. There's a couple more bits. There was that Zelda expansion pass that got announced.
Yeah.
And then there was the Switch. When we saw the Switch user interface, because someone sort of got the console early and showed it off. And then
I purposely didn't.
It turns out it was stolen.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it was stolen at a distribution centre, and everybody got fired. But he claims he didn't know it was stolen. The guy who got it early, he said he was just lucky because it showed up from a retailer. So
that's what I was going to say. If you'd stolen it, you wouldn't then go on social media showing it off, would you? Because you'd have to be pretty thick to do that. So
yeah, although some people are pretty thick, to be fair.
Yeah, true.
Aren't they? So there you go.
I didn't look at any of the UI stuff or any of the menus and all that because I want it to be new when I first get the Switch. I don't want to kind of have already seen it all. So.
Yeah. So there you go. The first half podcast had all gaming news, discussion on PlayStation, talking about cats, Dan getting chased by lions. What more can you ask for, really?
That's it. We'll just pack up and go home now.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I'll go with vodka. Yes. That's funny. Someone posted on Twitter the other day, it was got a fitness Twitter or something, and they goes, "Did you know that?" And they posted 2 slices of pizza with pepperoni on, which looked really nice, and they goes, "Oh, did you know eating 2 slices of pizza is the equivalent of drinking 3 tablespoons of warm oil? Do you still want that pizza now?" And I was like, "Yep."
Yeah, of course. What?
I'll have mushrooms.
It's not car oil, is it?
Well, come on.
Vegetable oil.
That is the one thing that I don't think MD could put me off pizza, but tell me, "Oh, that's got the equivalent of drinking 3 tablespoons of oil." So what?
Yeah.
It's pizza. How can MD not love pizza? Everyone knows it's unhealthy. It's not like a new thing. It's not like a secret. Oh my god, I never knew pizza was unhealthy. Damn, what am I going to do
It's like
now?
smoking, isn't it? How many times have people been told not to smoke because it's bad? They still do it.
It's my dream to get a pizza oven, because I love making my own pizza dough, so I'd love to get a pizza oven. I'm going to do it.
I won't
one
make
day.
you jealous, but I've got one.
Have you? Oh.
In the garden, yeah.
What, like a real one? A real brick-built one?
No, we bought one last summer to see how much we used it before we then commit and build one. So
what is
we
yours,
will be
just
building
a
one.
sort of little one, is it?
It's like I suppose it's little. You can fit a couple of pizzas in it. It's big,
nice.
It's black, it's got a door and a chimney on it.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
You got to build your own?
I don't know. I'm not very good at kind of manual.
Nah, I'm not good at that sort of thing, but I've been watching how you build your own. There's this pizza oven you can get called a Noonie, and it's a little portable one.
A Noonie?
Uni. It's called, you should look it up. So, but they've just released a new model. It's about, the old model is about £200, and the new model's maybe 400 and stuff.
Yeah.
They sell it at John Lewis and stuff, I think. But it you watch the videos of it, it looks amazing.
Yeah, that does look good. That's cheap as well, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I like about it. It's cheap and it seems to work quite well, and it's wood-fired and quite compact. So yeah, I mind one of those, and then maybe one day I'll get a real one, and then when I'm really rich, I'll build one in my kitchen.
Yeah, that would be the dream, wouldn't
Of
it?
my
We're massively
mansion.
off topic here. We're massively.
Oh well, doesn't
We're
matter,
still
does it?
recording.
That's the point. That's the
Yeah.
point. You can't always just be serious. Got to.
No, I love pizza
You've
as well.
got to dream. Everyone loves pizza. It is. Oh no, it's not Pizza XOXO, is it? It's SquareXO.
I can't wait for the summer to come back though, so that we can get out in the garden and start using it again.
There's an idea for a new podcast, Pizza XOXO. Yes.
Let's start it. Once the pizza season's in, let's do it. Think
Instead
of
of
all the pizza we can
topic
give
of the week, it would be topping of the week.
away. Nice. So is pineapple a pizza topping?
Yeah.
Yeah. I people that say it isn't just don't.
And
I can go away.
mushroom. Oh, I love mushroom. That's my favourite one, mushroom.
Yeah, I love ham and
Mushroom,
pineapple.
red onion, and olives.
And jalapenos. I like jalapenos.
I love
too.
olives. Right, anyway, let's go back to... Let's
Starting.
switch topics.
Yeah.
Got
Okay.
the gaming thing in.
Is that all the gaming news done?
Well, there was a wee bit more just to mention quickly that Xbox announced its E3 press conference for the Sunday before the event kicks off in June 12th, I think that is. And EA and Bethesda are also having their conferences on the Sunday. So that actually frees up a lot of the Monday. And now, we all know Sony usually has theirs quite late at night in the UK, basically Tuesday morning, about 3-4 in the morning.
Yeah.
And Microsoft was usually about 5 o'clock in the afternoon on the Monday. So that slot's free now. So what Sony could realistically do is have it at 5 in the afternoon and catch a whole worldwide audience.
Yeah. I like watching it late at night, though. I like feeling special, like I'm one of the few people that's
I stay up late sometimes, but I mean, it gets a bit ridiculous. But it would be nice if they wanted to appeal to everybody to take that slot. But maybe they like doing it at night because it's the evening for the people who are actually attending the conference. Then they can have a few drinks and all that. So
as I say, everyone's drunk and whooping like Americans do.
Yeah, they're all out. They have a few drinks, and it's a big event. And it's quite fun if you do it at night, because that would probably be 9 in the morning for them, 5 p.m. here or something, wouldn't it, or 10? So
yeah,
it's all morning. It's not quite as exciting. So we'll see what they do. Anyway, yeah, that's it. I don't know if you do have a topic you want to talk about. I mean, I had one and I tweeted about it, but I'll let you go first.
Yeah, because I do have a topic, and I did a few polls last night because when we decided we couldn't record, I thought, okay, let's get some content. So as I put on there, I cancelled my special edition Zelda pre-order just for the standard one, because the price of the standard one's dropped to being £30 cheaper now than the special edition, and I don't, for me, believe that there's £30 worth of content in the special edition to make it worthwhile. So that just made me kind of start thinking, for the listeners as well, like what do other people think? Do other people buy special editions? What makes them worthwhile, etc., etc., etc. Because I love a special edition, and I love an art book, and I like getting a soundtrack, and I do think it does add value. But then there's times when I'd rather just have the standard one because the cost is just not realistic. So for Zelda, I didn't think £30 for a plastic sword and a soundtrack. I could probably buy the soundtrack for 20 quid, and then I've got 10 left.
I agree. I mean, it depends on the game for me. Usually with Sony exclusives, I get the special edition if I can. No, not the pure collector's edition, the one that's usually got a statue in it, or sometimes I do that. I think with one of the Uncharted's, I got the one with the treasure chest. Remember that?
Yeah, I think that was Uncharted 3. Yeah. And I agree. It does, because a lot of people were like, "Oh, it depends on the game. It depends on the game." And obviously, of course, it depends on the game. But I meant as like a general rule. If it was Uncharted 4, would you buy this? Like, not dependent on the game, but if it was a game you wanted, would you buy the special or the standard edition? Kind of question, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I've got loads of special editions. I like them, but like I say, it all depends on price. So we had a fair response, I think, pretty good. So the first question, who buys a special edition over standard? 51% buy a special edition to 49% standard. So I take that as read that if it's a game you really want, and there was a special edition available, would you buy it? Rather than just saying every game you buy is a special edition. So I think 51% of our listeners, so half of our listeners pretty much, would buy a special edition for a game they want, which is fair enough. That's cool. And we both would, so it's a fair reflection of the audience.
Yeah, I mean, I tend not to buy the big ones with with the statues. And I mean, I bought the Infamous one with the statue. I bought the Uncharted 3 one we mentioned a minute ago with the statue.
Yeah.
And I've got a few others that have been sent to unbox, maybe that and I've paid for, but generally I go for the one in the middle, the one that will either come with an art book or a steel book or something. Cause I
class it as a special edition rather than a collector's, which is what I've put. I put special edition anyway. Then the next one I did is I was just trying to break it down a little bit as to what people value inside their special editions when they're buying them. So 26% like DLC, 24% art book, 4% want a soundtrack, and 46% prefer figures. Which I'm quite surprised that DLC is so high.
Yeah.
Because DLC's I don't know, remember the days when you used to finish a game and unlock a costume, or you finished a game and you got an extra, like GoldenEye, you finish a game on hard, you get secret levels. Like nowadays that just doesn't exist. You've got to pay for it. And
so that, innit?
DLC,
I don't value DLC at all. I don't care. Half the time I forget to redeem the code.
Yeah, and as someone who's creative, for me, a finished product should be the artist's or the creator's kind of full vision. So when a painter finishes a painting, that should be his vision. When a director cuts a movie, it's cut to his vision. With DLC, it's kind of, that should be part of the vision, in my opinion. And it should. So what I'm saying is, it should be part of the package. I don't like it, and I had a bit of a rant about Nintendo having the hard mode on Zelda as paid for DLC.
I think that's
rubbish.
I think that pack that they're releasing sounds a bit rubbish.
If the story mode is 30 hours, then fair enough. But if it's that big, it should be part of the main game. But that's for a whole different debate. I'll keep this to special editions.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with DLC if it's something they've maybe thought about after the release and they want to bring you more and give you more value at your game, that's fine. But if it's just something with add-on clothes or whatever that they want you to pay extra for, I'm not really a big fan of that. I think that's silly.
And announce it after the game. So don't have all this hype for a new release and then go, oh yeah, and then also you can pay $60 for your game or whatever, but for an extra $20 you can have a t-shirt and a different difficulty mode. It's release the game first, get it in people's hands. But okay, anyway.
Yeah, you definitely shouldn't have to pay for a difficulty mode. That's ridiculous. That's a joke.
Yeah. So 24%
too hard for me anyway, so I'll no need to pay for that.
Well, you should get the game cheaper because technically it's only got half the amount of difficulty modes. Art books, 24%. It's quite high. I like an art book. I tend to buy the hardback, kind of expensive ones from Amazon usually anyway. I've got shelves and shelves of artwork books. Obviously, I'm a designer. I like looking at visuals, but I like an art book. I was really surprised that Soundtrack only got 4% though. Some game soundtracks are amazing, and maybe
you can get most of them on YouTube though.
Yeah,
because when I do a review, I always try and find the music to go with it, because it always seems to fit it really well. So, and I always find them on YouTube. Easily. So I mean,
that's a good point. Yeah, I never use YouTube for streaming music, but it's a good point.
Oh, but you can download it or whatever. So
yeah. Okay, and then 46% want figures.
Spotify as well has the soundtracks most of the time.
Yeah. So I see that point. But yeah, I was surprised that figures at 46% was the highest.
Yeah, but then I guess that's because it's a game they would like, so they would want the figure.
Yeah. And so that was that. So we got 51% buy special editions. Of that, 46% want figures. Then I asked what a fair cost difference was. So the reason I cancelled my Zelda was because I didn't believe that £30 extra was enough. It's quite interesting. It's quite a close split, but it's pretty much 30% would pay an extra 10 to 15, 34, 20 to £25 extra, 26% would pay 30 to £35 extra, and 10% would pay £40 extra. So, which is fair enough, because again, it depends on the content. I know that it's not a be all and end all question, but it just goes to show, and I suppose publishers are seeing this, that people are happier to pay a little bit more for a game if they see value in what they're getting. So
that's fair enough.
And then lastly, I asked people if they also, like me, buy the hard copy artwork books, and that was 50-50. So 44 people voted, 22 said yeah, 22 said no. So quite interesting.
Interesting. I didn't expect it to be that many.
No, and I love the Uncharted 4 art book. It's a wonderful book. If anyone else has got it, you'll understand. It's really nice. So yeah, that was just an interesting thought, and with that response, and lots of people started tweeting us some of their collector's editions and their special edition consoles. There's definitely a yearning for it. Like I say, you can see why publishers are doing it, and yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah,
they're not going to go away, are they? That's the thing.
No, definitely not. And I like it. I mean, I do like my steel, but what I thought was interesting is Amazon's actually selling their steelbook that they've got exclusively separately, so you can buy the steelbook without the game.
Yeah,
$11.99.
My little brother collects steelbooks, and he will go on eBay and just buy the actual books without the games anyway, so they're definitely tapping into a market there. And also, what's the game, 40 quid? Extra tenner or 12 quid for the steelbook. It kind of adds up to what you'd pay for a steelbook normally.
Although if you buy it on Amazon, you can pay an extra £3 and get the steelbook with the game.
Oh, can you?
Yeah. Or you can buy the steelbook separate on its own for $11.99 if you've not bought the game from them.
Well, I've a cheeky plug, but I bought mine from Monster Shop because I wanted the little sack boy of Alloy. So
I wanted the Horizon Zero Dawn special edition, so I got mine from them.
Those that we will not name.
The shop I don't like.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that I'm not a big fan of, but I've got credit, so I thought, screw it.
Yeah, bloody credit. Yeah. I do get annoyed when
that, so I can never use them again.
It does annoy me when there's retailer specific offers.
Oh, it annoys me. I mean, if it wasn't for stuff like that, because I really like the steelbook that's in the Horizon one that Game have got. It's a much nicer steelbook than what Amazon's got, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And it comes with a mini art book and stuff as well, which looks really nice.
So is that the same as the No Man's Sky special edition that they had?
Yeah,
they had
I think it's similar. I've got that one as well. That one you're talking about, the No Man's Sky one, I've got that.
It's like a book, isn't it? It's like an old-fashioned book.
Yeah, it looks really nice. That's up on my shelf. So, I mean, that's kind of why I wanted it, but it's just annoying having to buy it for there. But, well, if it's the only place that sells it, what are you supposed to do? Unless you just get it for abroad or something.
Or you, like the Nintendo Switch people, you just steal it, steelbook it.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's that. So I asked a wee question as well. I asked what improvements you'd like to see in the PlayStation Store. Now, what I was thinking here was gifting, because I've been saying for years it'd be really nice, because when me and the other Dan used to do reviews and stuff, I thought it'd be nice if whenever the game review I could just buy it and send it to him on the store sort of thing, rather than having to go to the post office and stuff, or if you just wanted to give somebody a gift for Christmas or something.
I thought that when we're giving prizes away as well.
Yeah, how cool would it be if we were able just to gift people stuff? I just think that's a really good thing that Steam's got, that you're able to gift on there, aren't you?
Yeah.
So I think that's an improvement I'd like to see. But other than that, I think they've done quite well improving the PlayStation Store. Like, 'cause remember what it used to look like?
Yeah, it was all it was so slow as well.
And it was terrible, wasn't it? But I mean, it's actually quite slick and quite nice now. It probably still could be faster. Another thing, I mean, I'm pretty cool with the way it's done on PlayStation 4, the library, where you can just go in and see your games.
Yeah.
And you can sort of arrange them whatever way you want. But on Vita and PS3, it's a pain to find the game that you own if you've got loads of them. I mean, if you own thousands of DLC like I do, and you try and go into your Vita to download the game, you have to go through about 10 billion pages just to find it, because you can't even search through your own download list.
The Vita UI in general is crying out for an update, but it's not going to get one.
Happen, no. It would have been nice, but it's never going to happen. It's still great, that machine. Still love it. I still love remote play and stuff. Imagine remote playing on this new one they've been showing off. How cool would that be? Kind of like Switch, where you could remote. It would probably work kind of like Switch, except they've probably done it so you can remote play better with higher fidelity and stuff. I bet that would be pure amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. But when we talk about what we've been playing more Vita this week.
Other people responded as well to what I was asking. Someone said the ability to search properly instead of having to scroll through each letter.
Yeah, good.
So quite a few other people said gifting in a wish list. A wish list's a good idea actually as well.
Isn't there already a wish list?
I think there is, but I don't think it works properly.
Right.
I think there's some. I'm sure someone said there was a wish list, but I've never seen that. But I'm sure I heard somebody there. They say there was one, but they had a problem with it. I think it's maybe because people can't actually buy you games off it, so it's a bit worthless.
Because I'm sure it alerts you when the price drops as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure. I think that might have been what the problem is, that it doesn't alert you when the price drops.
Right. Yeah.
So I think that's one of the problems with it, and the fact that people can't actually buy you stuff off it. But maybe
What is it with people not being able to make wish lists properly? I know of an online shop that tried to do a wish list and couldn't.
Yeah, failures. Also, PS1 classics with trophies. Someone wanted.
Yeah.
Other people saying a better search function. Somebody here says, I want to see Alundra 2, Vagrant Hearts 1 and 2, Sudoku 4, 5 and Tactics. I presume that's Street Fighter EX plus Alpha Games, Croc Games, but I don't think that's really what I was asking. But still, they got a
just
mention.
want some games.
There you go. Someone says separation of PS1 and PSP DLC add-on folders for PSP and PS Vita games. And someone said not having to go through so many things to find all the games for sale, not just AAA. So there we go. That's the response I got to that question. That was one I was actually going to talk about last week, but then I think we were talking about other stuff, weren't we?
Yeah, we ran out of time. I think it's fair, though. I do think that the store could be a bit more intuitive. I think from a user experience point of view, sometimes it's just a bit clunky.
Yeah.
And sometimes I find I search for something by typing the name in and it doesn't actually find it. And so I have to go to the kind of the game screen bit and click on additional content to get it. And stuff like that it's a little bit annoying.
See, I love that's the thing. When it comes to digital games from the store and retail games, I'm pure conflicted as anything. Because I'd say PS4 wise, I've probably got more digital games this time round than I had on PS3. So I've probably got more digital download for big games than I've got boxes.
Right. Yeah,
I've got quite a few boxes, but obviously I think it's mainly because I was working for a shop for quite a while, so when I got sent games for review, most of the time they're digital now, whereas before they used to be in a promo disc. Most of the time now they're a code. But I've still got quite a lot of PS4 promo discs, and I've got my retail discs that I've bought. Versus digital, I don't know, maybe it's 50-50. I've got quite a lot of games, but I'm conflicted because I like digital, but for Horizon, for instance, I would quite like to get it digitally because I know I'll play it a lot, so I can just go and play it. Whereas with the games I probably won't play as much, I quite like digitally, I guess. But I like the box if it's a game I'm quite excited about, just for the sake of having it on my shelf. What I've done before is actually buy a game digitally and buy retail, and then don't even take a disc at the box.
Just so you've got it.
Yeah.
Again, I'd rather have the box every time because, like I've said before, what happens when the PlayStation... What happens when you can't download it? What happens... I don't know. When something happens, because it's physically not yours, and I don't think you actually own it. I think you buy the rights to have it from Sony, don't you? There's some weird T's and C's or something. I remember Apple
but as long as you've got it downloaded before, because they would always need to give you notice if they were getting rid of it.
Yeah, but they can do that. Whereas if you've got the disc, you've got the disc.
Yeah, but if you download, if they get rid of it and then you download it, you're okay. But I guess if it's an online-only game, you're screwed either way.
Like last week, I had to reformat my PS4 to get Gravity Rush to work. If I'd have had, what was that demo that they took? I know, but I could have gone, I don't know. I just don't trust digital only.
Yeah,
I'm worried.
See, that's the thing. If it's all I'm saying is if it's a single-player game, it doesn't really matter because you can download it and just keep it on your hard drive anyway. And now with external hard drives, you can, if you really want to make sure you keep it forever, you can just bung it in an external hard drive and just leave it somewhere.
Have you started using it? Have you tried that? Because you're on the beta.
No, I've not really tried it yet. I've tried other bits of beta which I quite like, but I've not.
There's something I don't get. I was thinking this the other day. Like the loading times. So do you remember back in like the Mega Drive and the SNES days, you'd put a game in and it would load instantly because it was on a cartridge. so there was no spinning, there was no hard drive. And then you put a disc in now and it takes ages to load. Why do games that are installed either on the Vita or on the PS4 still take ages to load? And why do Vita cartridges take ages to load? I don't get it.
No, I don't know.
Just whilst I remember thinking that the other day. Like, I was playing a game on the Vita and the loading times were horrendous. You think, but it's a cartridge, it should be instant, surely.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just because some of them are quite big games. I don't really know.
Yeah, sorry, rant
Don't really know. But then, yeah, so I'm conflicted. So I'd like, maybe as a poll we should have done this and where people prefer digital or retail.
Yeah, we'll do that this week and we'll see how it goes and we'll discuss it next week.
Because I don't know. I'm conflicted. I'll give you my pros and cons. What I like about physical is that you've got it, it's on your shelf, it looks good. If it's nice box art and if it comes with a nice steelbook, nice art, but that's all nice to look at and stuff. But generally, I would say even the ones I really like probably just sit on my shelf gathering dust, unless I'm taking the disc out. Know what I mean? They're just sitting there. Most of them they only get touched when I'm got to use them, and sometimes the box will get ripped, it'll get old, and like you have to keep swapping the disc around, or the disc might get dirty and then it starts skipping and doesn't work properly. And there's certainly plenty of cons about physical, but then what I love about digital is if I'm lying in my bed and I think, I really want to play a game but I can't bored getting out of bed, if it's digital, you just hit the button, it's there. You don't have to change your disc, you don't have to move, you can just scroll through. If you've got a whole load of digital games, you can just scroll through, say, I'm playing that one, hit it, you're playing. You don't have to bother with discs or anything. If it's dark in your room and it's night time, your wife's asleep and you're going, I'm going to wake her up if I get up. Don't need to bother with any of that. Bung your headphones on, select it, you're playing, brilliant. Don't even move.
No, it's a good point. There is a call for it. I think, like when you buy a Blu-ray, you should also get a digital version of the game.
Yeah, so you do that with the movies, don't you, most of the time?
That's what I'm saying. On a Blu-ray, you buy it and you get a Blu-ray, a DVD, and a digital code.
I can understand why they don't, because people would just sell the game. So until they figure out how to stop people doing that, then that's the way. Because people do that. People actually sell the codes for the Blu-ray.
Yeah, I didn't think about doing that. But yeah, there must be a way to do it, to tie it to your PSN ID. So I know then that kills the second-hand market, but I don't mind that. There must be a way.
If people use... I think it's okay still let people trade their game, but if the minute they use the code, it renders the disc untradeable or something, I think that would be fair.
But there's something in that, isn't there? That would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be fair. That if this code's tied to the disc somehow, if you use the code, it makes the disc basically unusable or something, and you can only use it on your own PlayStation or something. But if you don't use it, you can still sell it. So you could keep the code, not use it, and then
if it was behind one of those silver scratch card things, so that if you were to go and trade it in, they could check. Oh, it's not been scratched. Okay, we'll trade it. Not that you won't go, that would kind of work as well. So it was hidden.
Yeah, or maybe that would be a good way of doing it. Actually, God, it's coming up with these genius ideas. Yeah. That when you put the disc in, a notification comes up saying, "Would you like to own the digital version for free?" And you say yes or no. Yeah. And then that way, once you say yes, the disc wouldn't be able to use on any other machine or something. That'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? Because that way you've got the option, yes or no. Do you want it?
And people can't then moan because you've got the option.
Yeah, and it could say underneath, please note, you won't be able to use your game on another machine if you opt for the digital version or something.
Well, it could be tied to your ID, couldn't it? So if you log in,
that would be better, tied to your ID rather than tied to. It just means nobody else would be able to use your disc, so you couldn't borrow it a friend or whatever.
That's right. You just don't do the download code unless you really have to.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. If anyone's listening that wants to buy that idea off of us,
can you see that would be for me? I would happily do that. I would happily say yes out of a digital one because I wouldn't lend them MD anyway. I hate lending my games and movies to people.
Yeah, me too.
I'd
but
never
then you
do
can
that.
You can buy the nice special edition Horizon, have it on your shelf, but not ever have to use the disc, only to register the game.
When I'd grown up with friends that go, okay, I bought this movie, I'd be like, nah.
Never get it back.
I didn't like doing that. I hated doing that.
Yeah. Can we quickly give a shout out to our competition that we're running on Twitter? I'm sure most listeners will have heard or
when
seen.
When are we announcing the winner next week?
Yeah, next week. So don't get too excited. If you've listened to all of this, waiting for us to announce the winner for the Horizon competition, we're going to announce it once the game's out, or just before the game's out next week.
Before the game's out next week.
Yeah, but yeah, we're running a competition on Twitter to win a copy of the game. It's had quite a few retweets, so I'd be surprised if people have
copy of what game? Did you actually say what game?
Yeah, Horizon.
Right, just making sure you said what game it was because I never heard you.
Yeah, I did. But people can go. It's our pinned tweet currently. Although by the time this episode's out, it probably won't be. So yeah, we're giving a copy of that away. So exciting times. It's a shame it's only one with the amount of retweets we've had, but we've only got one to give away at the moment.
We've got one to give away. I'm hoping. I've been asking so I can get a copy so that I can review it before release. But they probably won't give me a copy.
Keep banging that drum.
I'll keep banging the drum. But otherwise, I'm going to review it afterwards, after lunch. So there we go. But you should try and win a copy because it looks great. So, and if you can't really afford it, what have you got to lose? All you need to do is retweet, don't you? So retweet and follow. Is that right?
It is right. Us and Monster Shop, the guys who are supplying us with the game.
That's easy. Just do that. Easy peasy. And
nothing to lose.
You can maybe win a copy of Horizon, which would be brilliant, because then you can probably play it right in time for launch or just after, whenever it gets sent. Yeah, I don't know. When's it getting sent?
I don't know. I can't remember when we'd announce it, but yeah, I think if we announce it on next Sunday, then it'll probably be with them for launch, I'd imagine.
Yeah, or quite close to launch. Yeah, so that'd be good then. So yeah,
I'm pretty sure that the guys at Monster Shop are pretty good with sending out prizes pretty quick, sharpish. I know that Chalky got his.
Did they get a keyring as well?
Really quick. I don't think so on this because I think they're really limited.
Just thought I'd ask.
Yeah, I see what strings I can pull, but I don't think at present it was going to include a keyring.
We could give them an IOU for a SquareXO T-shirt and mug.
Yeah, we could.
When they
I know that the keyrings, they're not one. They're not one per copy, if you like. So they're a lot rarer than one per copy. So that's why with them selling it at the moment, it's first come, first serve for the keyrings because they're extremely limited.
Maybe I should have ordered for them so I could have got a keyring. I've got some quite cool Sackboy keyrings. I've got this sort of little Russian one, the one with the Russian hat on.
Oh, have you?
Quite cool. Have you ever seen that one?
No. Shall we do a mid-podcast tweet? Because I've got Nathan Drake.
I don't think I've got my phone up here. I've got my iPad. Wait there, I can take a picture with that.
Let's do another mid-pod
it's not
tweet.
Mid-pod because it's the end of the pod. You know?
Okay.
We've been recording for an hour. Wait there.
We've got. Whilst we were talking giveaways, That's all right. Whilst we're talking giveaways, we have got a couple of codes for another game to give away. We've got a US code and an EU code for IO. What I'll probably do is put something up on Twitter tomorrow or tonight and run it for a week to win a copy of that. So we got a couple of copies, one for our American listeners and one for our European listeners. And it's cross-buy as well, I believe. So if you buy it on, or if you download it on PS4, you can also download it on Vita.
Oh look, in this one, the Sackboy I'm taking, you're even getting a picture of my PlayStation press conference guest pass.
Oh, show off.
Oh, that was awesome. I was so happy to be at that. That was the PlayStation. Hold on, you can't hear me. I'm away from the mic, and
I can hear you.
No, that was at the Gamescom 2011. I was at the PlayStation press conference, and they had what's Diversity, is it called, the dancing group?
The dancers. Yeah, they did the light turn on, the Christmas lights turn on where I live one year.
They came out and danced before the press conference, and it was awesome. I was like, wow, man. I was right near the front as well, watching it all. I was at the EA press conference that year and the Microsoft one as well. It was awesome. Enjoyed
Is that the one in Paris?
No, it was in Cologne.
Oh, yeah.
What a
Nice.
lovely... Because I went to that and covered it, and Gamescom, it was awesome. It's a sort of experience, and I took the family and we had a holiday at the same time in Cologne.
Oh, nice. What, on expenses?
No, I paid. work paid for me, but I paid for the rest of them, and we just decided, we may as well have a holiday while we're here, sort of thing. It's such a nice city. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Awesome. Well, one day we might be going as SquareXO.
Yeah. Oh, Cologne's brilliant. The beer's amazing. Kolsch. Oh, it's so good. That's the best beer I've ever tasted. So
I've
nice.
not been to Cologne.
They make it in the city. It's really nice. Right. All right. What am I tweeting about these?
Just put it up so people can see what you're talking about.
Sackboys.
I'm doing one too. This is
Dusty
riveting.
Shelves. Don't forget hashtag Dusty Shelf.
Yeah, okay. I've done hashtag Sackboy, but yeah, I'll do Dusty Shelf too.
One of my shelves as well, dirty. Disgraceful.
Are we going to talk about what we've played? I know we've been going at a while. Do you want to quickly cover?
We're well over an hour now. I've already told you what I played anyway, because I told you at the start, didn't I? I had it For Honor and Sniper Elite, so that's the two games I've been playing anyway, so I've not been playing anything else, so I've already talked about them, so I'll not repeat myself, but I'll let you... You can talk about what you've been talking about.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone's interested in what I've been playing, really. I platinumed Volume, which was brilliant. If you've not played Volume, play it. Really good game. Nice tweets. And then I started Odin Sphere on my PS Vita, which is a side-scrolling kind of RPG beat 'em up, I suppose you could say. Did you ever play Dragon's Crown?
I bet.
Yeah, it's the same studio as that. It's basically the same game as that. It's really good. I love a side scroller. So yeah, that's what I've been playing, and more Gravity Rush 2. Slowly but surely getting through that. Oh no, nice. I started Lego Jurassic Park as well, which is great. I love a Lego game. We watched Jurassic World and then started playing. Oh yeah,
I played that ages ago. I actually went to an event for that one as well. It was quite funny because they goes, just bring the family, so I took the kids to it, and they had all these sort of Lego Jurassic Kings built, and we done like a Lego Easter egg hunt or something, where you had to go find the dinosaur eggs made of Lego sort of thing, running around doing that, and then the PR guy made me paint my face, got a dinosaur, and I had to walk about there. He was like, no, you're doing it, you've got to do it, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. And he goes, no, you got to do it, and my full face painted like a dinosaur walking through London. Friggin' get to make me do this.
Yeah, he obviously didn't like you. He's like,
I wonder if I've got that picture. That's quite
I'll
funny.
Find it, dig it out, put it up on social.
I'll see if I find it. I don't know. It's
right.
That was quite funny though. Can't believe he made me do that. No, but good game. I quite like that.
Yeah, so that's what I've been playing. So yeah, right, we'll wrap up then, shall we? So retweet Horizon, review us on iTunes. I'm going to do another comp this week for IO. What else do you want to say?
Nothing. I've ran out of things to say, so I have. But I might post you a picture of Cologne as well while we're at it.
Why not?
I did say. Actually, I went into Hard Rock Cafe Cologne and had a, what do you call it? Had a burger. That was quite nice actually. If you want to remember.
Yeah, cool. Get some photos up.
Yeah, will do. Cologne's nice. Got a big cathedral, and it's huge, which hurts your neck looking up at it. Okay. Anyway, and they've got these buildings that look. This is the photo I've chose out of all the photos I've got of Cologne. I'm choosing this one because it looks like the AT-AT from Star Wars. This building,
Oh, amazing.
It's
I'm
funny.
waiting for it to come up.
Oh, give me a second, man. Right there. Tweet.
What one are you doing it on?
Go on. Wait there. Having issues here.
Guys,
Try
if
and
you're
spell
still listening to this, really sorry that the end of the podcast is just dying.
I'm trying to spell Cologne.
Cologne.
I did spell it right. I was just putting all the hashtags in because I like to hashtag stuff. No, I'm right. There we go. It's done now.
Hooray.
Check that building out.
Come on, internet.
No, there yet?
Oh yeah, it does. Yeah, that's
it's
an
crazy,
odd
isn't it?
looking building. I'm surprised it doesn't just snap in half. That must be some strong steel that it's got.
Yeah, there's a few of them as well. I don't know if you can see. There's quite a few of them there, isn't there?
Yeah, very impressive.
Anyway, I'll see if I can find that weird dinosaur thing, because that is quite funny. But I don't know if I've got a picture of it somewhere. I probably do. If I do, I'll tweet it, right? But I won't do it now, because otherwise we're just dragging on, and everybody's getting bored of me getting on about whatever.
We want 5-star iTunes reviews, guys. Not 1 star. Not for this.
See the quality. The quality. Did I ever show you my Lego birthday cake I made?
No. Maybe we'll save that for next week.
Is that it there? Oh my god, I've just found the picture of me with a dinosaur face. No, I made a Lego. You've got to listen to this before we wrap up. I made a Lego birthday cake, right? And I'm actually went out, bought latex, and made my own molds.
Wow,
Lego,
that is impressive.
and then I took the Lego out of the molds, and then I poured chocolate in, coloured with food colouring, and then I took them out once they'd sort of hardened up, and I'd made my own chocolate Lego bricks for the cake.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Did they lock together?
Yeah, they did actually. Because what I did when I put them in the mould was I put one of those big square Lego bases on top.
Yep.
So that they'd press into it. So then, the way I don't know, I can't believe how clever I am.
Oh god.
No, but that was actually really clever the way I done it. The way I done it, when I made the mould, right, because the latex was still wet, I actually put the Lego base on top of the mould. So then when it was all dry, you peel it off and it would have the holes in the base. So therefore you pour the chocolate in the little moulds and the base clicked in to the mould.
Yeah.
So therefore you unpeel the mould, and it was a perfect way for it to fit in and put holes in the bricks. So when you take the bricks out, they'll fit together.
Amazing work. This has turned into a food podcast.
Nah, I know, it's very foodie today. Hashtag random stuff. Right? Just so you can see this on the SquareXO, I've just tweeted it, right? Okay, that's it. Stop talking rubbish now. Jeez, how much of this was actually about gaming?
About 39%, I think.
Ah, well. I hope you've enjoyed it anyway. We'll stop rabbiting on now. If you haven't enjoyed it, just say, please don't do that again, and we'll try and control ourselves next time.
Yeah.
Okay? Thanks for joining us then. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye, guys.